Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Cancer for January of 2013. This also applies if you have a Cancer ascendant. Happy New Year to you all. Cancers, this month, it's going to be about work. It's going to be about relationships. Relationships, big stars, much happening in your area of relationship. Let's start out with the work. For the first 9 days of the month, we've got Venus in your 6th house of work. This is a wonderful time for anything connected with the people around you in your workplace. It's a good time for communications with the people around you, maybe for somebody supporting you as far as a project or getting a job is concerned. It's a good time for your physical well-being and health, although be careful with Venus. Sometimes there's a tendency to go in for the sugar and all the sweet things, so make sure that you're not overindulging. And for most of the month, we've got a lot of planets in this 7th house of relationship. So what does it mean? Well, with Sun conjunct Pluto for the first week of the month, this is going to be an intensity in your relationships. Anything that's been brewing, maybe towards the end of the year and the holidays, it maybe will blow in this first week of the year. Expect some really powerful communication to be going on. Now, the Sun is conjunct Mercury most of this month. So this is a very good time for your concentration. So if you need to get your point over, if you need to communicate something, maybe you need to listen more carefully as to what's being said in a relationship. But I'm expecting some very powerful changes in all of your relationships. It's also a possibility with Pluto in that house as well being activated, is that somebody very powerful coming into your life, somebody very controlling, maybe quite manipulative, and you maybe have to be quite strong in your own way, find your own strength, and maybe face confrontation, which Cancers you hate doing for the most part. But there could be some confrontations. Now I have to add that from the 9th of the month, Venus is in that 7th house of relationship, and this could draw somebody to you, possibly a love relationship. Also, it could draw a lovely friend to you. For those of you that consult with somebody, it could draw a good consulting partner or coach. But this is certainly the month where your relationships, you're going to have to question them. You're going to have to think about what your needs are. You're going to have to think very carefully about what's being said to you and really look at your relationships in the cold, harsh light of day. But I do think you'll be able to come up with some good results for yourself as long as you're prepared to take the time and not sweep things under the carpet and pretend that unpleasant things aren't there in case they need to be faced. But for those of you looking for a relationship, the last 2 weeks of this month are very favourable for that to happen. All of this month we've got Mars and some planets as well in your 8th house. So this means that there could be some issues or arguments over material possessions. You're certainly probably going to get your own way. However, with Mars in that house, you're going to push to get your own way. It could also mean you become very sexually active. You may find that your libido is greatly raised this month. You may find that you do actually have a really strong attraction for somebody new, or maybe you reignite the relationship that you're already in. With the square from Pluto to Uranus, your 10th to your 7th house, I think there's a lot of changes happening in your career direction, maybe some restructuring where you're working, but a lot of changes happening, and be prepared to move on a dime. I know Cancers, you like to know that you've got your security and your safety. That probably cannot be your big priority. Your big priority has to be, am I happy? Is this making me happy? If this isn't making me happy, maybe what can I do to change it? And these should be your important questions this month, because there's a lot that you can do to change it, but there's a lot also coming from outside that's going to disrupt your life. So you're going to have to be on your toes and be ready to go with the flow, because some of these disruptions could be very pleasant ones and some pleasant surprises from them as well, particularly connected to your career. There you have it, my dear Cancers. I wish you a wonderful month. Thank you for listening, for signing up for my free newsletter, for asking questions, coming for readings. I'm always delighted to hear from you. Bye for now.